Welcome back. Hope you're having a good morning. Well, as promised, let's get straight to all the top stocks that we're tracking for you. And Sonia, you're going up first up. Tell us, Adani Group, there's a clarification that's come about.
Oh, absolutely. So the Adani Group has put out a clarification on the exchanges with regards to the report that was published by the Ken yesterday. And they have strongly refuted all the allegations made in that particular report. Now, there are some important clarifications. The group says that they have completed a full prepayment of the margin-linked share-backed financing, and that aggregates to over $2 billion. So a complete repayment has been done, which is a big positive. All corresponding shares that have been pledged for those facilities have now been released. So they have released all corresponding shares as per March 12th media note. They also talk about how all share-backed facilities availed by the promoters have now been paid off, which I think could provide some relief to the stocks as well. The Listco pledged positions for Adani Green, Adani Ports, Adani Transmission and Enterprises have all reduced substantially. So the pledged shares have reduced substantially. In fact, they have given details of the pledges and how much they've reduced it. They've released 1.9 crores of Adani Enterprises promoter pledges as of March 6th. They've released 6.5 crores worth of Adani Ports pledge shares. They've released 2.8 crores of Adani Transmission promoter pledge shares as well. And Adani Green has made a disclosure as well of 2.5 crores of shares released. So a lot of this is positive news flow, and I expect the stocks to be in the green today. Some relief rally there.
Okay, all right. So that's about the Adani Group. I'm looking at Vedanta. Remember, Hindustan Zinc declared a big dividend, and the hope was that maybe, in fact, Vedanta Limited, they'll pass through all of that. And the hope was that they'll declare anything between 19 rupees to around 90 rupees 20 paise worth of dividend. They've gone ahead and they've outbeat that. So they've declared their fifth interim dividend, 20 rupees 50 paise for the year. Fiscal year, it's more than 100 rupees. The total payout from this dividend will be more than 7,600 crores odd. And out of that, remember, the promoter entity, which holds nearly around 70% stake in the company, will get bulk of it. That equates to nearly around 600 million USD. Now, that's helpful because Vedanta Resources, just a month or so ago, everyone's talking about a default. At least in the near term, they'll be able to meet their near-term obligations. So expect the stock to open up in the green, though yesterday as well, it was a relative outperformer. But let's talk about another stock, ICICI Lombard. Surabhi joins us to fill us in on details of that one. Surabhi?
ICICI Lombard is in focus today because it's held its digital day. Some key takeaways from that meet are that it is going to use tech to focus on product innovation and building unique distribution channels to increase penetration. The management did say that the tech spend has a 1.5 to 2% impact on combined ratio, but it is also driving premium growth and new partner integration. The IoT models for risk management in the SME space has increased customers by close to 1.5 times in FY23 versus what it was in FY19. The IL Take Care app has crossed 4.5 million downloads, and it has led to a 2.4 times higher hit rate in fraud detection in FY23. The app is also driving 12 times savings on its claims. The management has reiterated its guidance of achieving 102% combined ratio over the next 2 years. Brokerages have a neutral outlook on this stock. JP Morgan has a neutral rating with a target price of 1250. Morgan Stanley has an overweight rating with a target price of 1400, and Nuvama has a hold rating with a target price of 1280.
All right, Surabhi, thanks very much for that. Two more names, MapmyIndia and ZF Steering. Vivek has got details. Vivek, morning.
Well, two large block deals that we are tracking. MapmyIndia yesterday saw a significant chunk of its shareholding actually getting exchanged via the block deal. So one of the earlier investors of the company, a Japanese-based company by the name of Zenrin, actually sold 1.5% stake in the company, and at the end of the December quarter, they held almost 6.16% company. Remember, Zenrin is a Japanese-based digital mapping firm that actually aided the growth of MapmyIndia prior to the IPO as well. Also keep an eye out for ZF Steering, a significant block happening over there as well. So Robert Bosch Automotive, has exited its entire 25.79% stake in the company, and this was done at 400 rupees a share. Two of the already existing promoters have upped their stake. So Dinesh Munot, purchased 10.5% stake in the company, already owning 10.5% stake at the end of the December quarter. And another promoter by the name of Utkarsh Munot has further purchased 15.5% stake, having held almost 13.13% stake in the company at the end of the December quarter.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Well, Nigel, you're watching out for JSL and RHI Magnesita.
Yeah, let's start off with RHI Magnesita. I remember in February itself, they said that they're looking at raising money via equity to the tune of around 1,500 crore rupees, and the street didn't like that. Now, there's some encouraging news because at least the promoter entity will be participating in that. And out of that 1,500 crore, at least 200 crores is likely to come from them because they've scheduled a board meeting out there. So I'll view this news as positively some part of that equity raise that we already have those details now. Next up, we're looking at JSL Stainless. Well, they've entered into a collaboration agreement with a company in Indonesia, and that's for construction and operation of a nickel pig iron smelter facility in Indonesia. The total amount they're going to be investing is around $157 million, and they'll be taking close to around 49% stake out there. The key reason that they're doing this is to assure themselves of some amount of their raw material availability because nickel is used to produce stainless. So, the street is a little bit divided on this one, but I'm going with green because it seems the stock has already corrected a goodish bit from the recent peak. Valuation-wise as well, there is some support. So, going with green on this one.
All right. Well, let's go across to Sonal now. She has some more stocks in the news that she's watching this morning. Sonal, good morning.
Good morning, Sonia. Let me start with SML Isuzu. Effective 1st of April, after we have heard of these price hikes across the auto companies, SML Isuzu will be hiking price of trucks by 4% and buses by 6%. So that stock is in focus. NBCC has won work orders worth 146 crore rupees. We also have PNB Housing. They have approved the rights issue that they had declared earlier. So it will be a rights issue of 9 crore fully paid up equity shares, each for an amount aggregating to 2,500 crore rupees.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So let's do a quick recap of our top stocks and focus stocks with positive news flow. Adani Group stocks after the clarification that came out on the exchanges: Vedanta, ICICI Lombard, ZF Steering, RHI Magnesita, Jindal Stainless, SML Isuzu, NBCC and PNB Housing Finance. While the only stock with negative news flow today is CE Info Systems. So let's see how that one plays out. But let's also watch out for what's happening in the world of crude. 3 days of an up move is what we're seeing there. So some recovery coming through. Manisha Gupta is joining in for a roundup of all the action there. Manisha, good morning.
Morning, Sonia. Thank you for that. Well, we are trading at a 2-week highs for the crude oil prices. We've seen 4% of gain in this week, and we are inching close to that $80 a barrel mark yet again. Well, the U.S. crude inventories may see a sharp decline by 6 million barrels is the latest trigger coming in for the crude prices. And then we have seen exports halted from Turkey. The nuclear war from Russia is adding the geopolitical premium as well. And the markets are looking at strong Chinese demand for the first quarter. That is what the final numbers are expected to show. And then not just the Brent and the WTI, but the Russian Urals also have rebounded from its 2-year lows as China and India demand continues to be quite strong. We are seeing support from the metal prices also. So whether it's aluminum or zinc, both of these metals in Asia are right now trading nearly a percentage point on the higher side. And with the rebound in many of these commodities and decline in dollar, there is support that you are seeing in rubber. That one is trading at a 2-week highs. Sugar prices trading at a 4-week highs as well. So across commodities, there is some buying opportunity seen in Asia.
All right, Manisha, thanks very much for that. Well, we'll take a very quick break here. Up next, Devin Choksi will be joining us for some stock talk. Later, we'll also connect with Anil Gupta of KEI Industries to discuss their business outlook going forward. Stay tuned. Both those conversations up next.